Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and I'm here with a review of Ghostpia Season 1. Now, this was released on the 22nd of August 2023 on Steam. It's also on Nintendo Switch, and it's published by Room 6 and Yukaze, and they were kind enough to send me a copy for this video review, so big thank you to them for that. Now, this is a visual novel game. If you've watched any of our review videos, you'll know I've covered quite a lot of them on the channel. If you want to check out all the reviews I've previously done for visual novels, check out our review playlist. It's got them all in there. Now, this one is a kinetic visual novel, and by kinetic I mean there are no choices, there's no branching narratives, there's no decisions to make, there's no multiple endings. It's just one ongoing story that you basically read along with. And normally, and I've said this on many an episode of the channel's podcasts and on the reviews that I've done of kinetic visual novels, I am not a fan of them. I prefer my visual novels to have branching narratives, to let me sort of dictate the story. However, I will put my hands up and say I really enjoyed this one, and when a visual novel has the quality, polish, and just presentation like this game has, even if it's a kinetic visual novel, it's well worth the experience. Now, this game has a denshi digital graphic novel art style, which basically means like electrical or digital in Japanese. It features a very sort of retro CRT-esque look to it with flickering screens and stuff like that, and I really liked it. The character designs are really good. The art in it is great. Very much has like an anime-esque style to the character designs. The game itself plays out over 5 episodes, like a season, as it's called Season 1. Each episode, you'll spend about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how quickly you read through the game. And you can do them one after the other, and I do like that you can play it all in one chunk, or you can sort of come back day after day, do like one chapter at a time, as if you're watching a TV show. Now, this game doesn't really have a conclusive sort of ending to the story, and that's because obviously it's Season 1, it is like the first step in a wider narrative. Season 2 will be coming down the line. So that's my only downside to the game, and it's not a downside that really spoils the game, because it's described as Season 1, it's not missold in any way, but it's one of those things where you now have to wait for the next part, and I'm the same with movies and stuff where it's part 1 and I want to see part 2, but it is what it is, and that's the only downside. While it does sort of wrap up some of the sort of storylines towards the end, it does leave things open to obviously continue the story further. Now, this game features fantastic production values. There's great artwork, there's animated intros and animated scenes with like unique custom artwork all the way through it, a great soundtrack, the UI and everything's responsive, and the writing in the story is really great. I do love how the characters interact with each other and their relationships grow as the episodes progress. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about the story because this game is a kinetic visual novel. That's the whole point of this game. That's it. If you know the story, you don't need to watch it, in my eyes. So check this one out. I do recommend it. It's about basically this like isolated little town covered in snow, sort of cut off from the rest of the world, with these like immortal people who've gone, like, basically start calling themselves ghosts because they sort of come out at night and they basically immortal. And you basically play as this girl who seems to be one of them, and I'm trying not to spoil the story because that's the best bit about it, so go into it and play it if you want to find out more about it. Read up on it. There's even a demo. Literally, play the demo. Like I said, I don't want to give anything away, spoil it, or anything like that. Now, the game features Japanese and English dialogue and subtitles and stuff like that. There isn't really any voice acting to speak of, but like I say, it's all on the screen, it's all animated, it's all written well, it looks great. There's different art styles thrown in throughout the game as well. The game features full controller support, which is always a nice bonus. There's only really pressing one button, or I like to stick it on auto because, especially in a kinetic game, having it on auto, it just plays along for you and it goes on at a nice pace. I could just sort of watch along each chapter. But in terms of visual novels, in terms of visual novels, one that does have, albeit a comic sort of style to it, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, this is one of the best visual novels I've played in all time, not just this year, but since I've started doing reviews, this is probably one of the best ones out there. While it's not my type of visual novel in terms of the gameplay mechanics, the overall presentation and package it provides is great. There's so much content to it. Like I say, you're looking at sort of 8 to 10 hours all in to get through it, depending on how quick you read through it. But it's a great little ride in sort of episodic chunks, and I can't wait for season 2. I will definitely review it one way or another when it comes out. But that's that for this video, guys. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Have you played this game? What did you think to it? Because I honestly think it's great. But other than that, we'll see you soon for more content, guys. Bye for now.